Hello and welcome to lecture 3 of vertical circular motion from vector ijk. In this lecture, what we are going to learn is how a vertical circular motion will be carried out if a mass that is heavy, mass m, is tied not to a string but instead to a rod. That is, there is a rod now. This is the rod and the rod is light. The rod is light. What does light rod mean? It means its mass is negligible. Mass is negligible. Alright. Say the length of the rod is L. Now to this rod, if you give some velocity V or say V naught, then what will happen? Till this point, that is till theta equals 90 degrees, there will be no difference from the previous example where it was a string instead of a rod. So till this point, if you give anything less than under root 2gl, if your V naught is less than under root of 2gl, then it will just perform oscillations. It will just perform oscillations. But what if you give anything more than under root 2gl? Then there is a chance that the rod will reach somewhere here. The mass will reach somewhere here. Let's try to understand that. Here, if the rod reaches this point, say it is making an angle of theta, then there must be some angle theta at which the tension force in the rod will start disappearing. It will disappear. Exactly what was happening in the string case. At some theta, the tension was disappearing. But the difference here is that as soon as the tension force disappears, there will be still velocity v available with the mass, and this velocity will try to carry out the mass forward. But at this point, if tension becomes zero, then beyond this point, that is beyond this point somewhere here, instead of tension, there will be normal force which will be trying to push the ball outside, that is the stone outside. Instead of tension force, there will be now normal force. Till this point, there will be tension in the rod, and beyond this point, there will be normal force. So what angle will that happen? We have already calculated in the previous video that when our tension, that is a tension which is given by mv square by L minus mg cos theta, right? When will this tension become zero? This tension becomes zero when my mv square by L is equal to mg cos theta. And when you conserve energy, just like in the previous example, you will get cos theta as v naught square minus 2gl by 3gl. You can see the previous video for the derivation of this one. So at this angle, if you want to find the angle at which the tension will disappear, you can get v naught equals cos theta is equal to v naught square minus 2gl by 3gl. Now what will happen beyond this point? The tension force will be replaced by normal force. That means now the ball will be pushed outside. So here there is no case of slacking because the rod cannot slack like a string. So we for sure know that at this point, this is the point where our speed becomes minimum. Our v is minimum, right? So our question here, what kind of questions we encounter here is, what should be the minimum speed that must be given at the lowest position so that our rod at least completes full circle. So to do that, now there is no question of slacking of the rod. So we for sure know that we just have to make our rod reach here. That means our ball or stone reach here. It must have some speed v. If it reaches here, then it will surely complete the full circle. but we know that tension will not become 0 anywhere because tension will be replaced by normal. So for sure here the velocity will become 0 because minimum velocity is happening here. So let's try to find out what minimum speed should be given v0 so that we get minimum speed, that is 0 speed at the bottom. I'll take the circle again. Now let's say at the bottommost position it is given a speed which is v0 and it is tied to a rod like this. I'll draw the full rod itself. Okay, and after some time the rod has reached here. Now my rod is here and the mass is at the topmost position and the speed is equal to 0. So what should be the v0 speed? So to do that we'll just conserve energy. We'll write half m v0 square will get converted into the potential energy at the topmost point. That is now mg into the total height difference, which is L plus L, which is 2L. So my v0 will be under root of 4gl. So this is the minimum speed that must be given so that our rod or the mass completes full circle. One interesting result that we need to remember from here is if v0 is given as exactly under root 4gl, then at what angle will my tension be equal to 0 and normal force will also be equal to 0, and that can be found out from this formula, that is cos theta is equal to v0 square minus 2gl by 3gl. So cos theta is equal to v0 square, that is 4gl minus 2gl by 3gl. So this will be 2 by 3. So at theta equals cos inverse 2 by 3, my tension will become 0 and normal will also be 0. Beyond this point, on the left hand side of this point, I will have my normal force, and below this point I will have tension. So say somewhere here my normal force will be acting outside because the rod will be pushing the ball or stone outside. So I can say my mg is acting downwards. So my mg cos theta, which is this force, minus n will be the ones providing the centripetal acceleration, that is mv square by L. While if you talk about any point lower than this theta equals cos inverse minus 2 by 3, say this point, then my tension will be acting inwards and my mg will be acting down. So I can say my tension plus mg cos theta will be equal to the centripetal force, that is mass into centripetal acceleration, which is v square by L. So I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends. Thank you.